was asked to write a bicycle fundraiser last year for a group called Pedaling for Parkinsons, and they collaborate with another group called the Davis Finney Foundation. Davis was one of the America's great bicyclists in the 80s and 90s. He was, I think, won multiple stages of the Tour de France. He came down when he was about 40 with Parkinson's. So he started the Davis Finney Foundation in order to help people with Parkinson's live better lives. So it's not just focused on bicycling, it's everything, that exercise, diet, raising awareness and helping them find the things they need to live better lives. Well, they started to partner with another group called Pedaling for Parkinsons, which was founded by a neuroscientist named Jay Alberts, who's at the Cleveland Clinic. And he noticed while on a group bike ride that he had a Parkinson's patient who wanted to go riding on the back of the tandem bike. He realized that when they stopped riding, her handwriting, when she had to write something, she could barely write before, that her handwriting was perfect. So it had been known that Parkinson's patients improved, there were Parkinson's patients that could barely walk, but they get on a bicycle, and they get into a fluid movement, sort of a flow, as you'd say. Right. And last year when I wrote to raise money for these two organizations, there were, of the 80 people on the team, there were 8, I believe, with Parkinson's disease. And it was just eye-opening to see what could happen when someone that had a shuffle step and couldn't move well to get on their bike, once they got on their bike, they could go ride 80 miles in a day. So phenomenal. But the important thing, and I may be going a little further in this answer than you were ready for, but the important thing is that the results last afterwards. Obviously, if something you're doing with your legs is changing how your hands are behaving and how your head's behaving, is something happening in the brain.
Are there any efforts being made to spread the word about this robust data?
As you know, there's a lot of data that's generated all over the country on all kinds of, not just Parkinson's or essential tremor, but all kinds of conditions. One of the big problems is taking the data and deploying it in the real world quickly. The beautiful things about the partnership between the Davis Finney Foundation, whose mission is to help people live well with Parkinson's, and Pedaling for Parkinson's in the Cleveland Clinic, where a lot of the research is going on, is you have real-world, real-time applications that are being developed together by these groups. So there's 80 locations, many of them hosted YMCAs, with stationary bikes where people with Parkinson's can go and be put through a robust, intensive exercise routine on a bicycle and get that effect. With these organizations, I read about people that were taken off their meds and various things that doctors like you study within their brain activity. If they were on this regime of bicycling, their brains looked very much like they were on their meds. The bicycling activity was of similar benefit. I don't recommend anyone go off their meds, of course, but it's exciting.
Yeah, it just speaks to how important it is to move the body and challenge the body, because it really affects the brain.
But the exciting thing I'm about to do to raise money for these organizations is it's the 46th annual Des Moines Register's annual Great Bike Ride across Iowa, which they call Ride. This has gone on for 46 years. This is a 7-day bike ride, about 450 miles, 20,000 people. It's the largest organized bicycle event in the world. If you stop over towns, and the overnight towns, there's a concert every night. You've got 20,000 people camping or staying in hotels and in people's houses. Yeah. And it is, I went last year for the first time riding for Pedaling for Parkinsons in Davis Finney, and it was amazing. So I signed up again, and raising money for these great groups while doing something that's incredibly enjoyable. So if you want to train up for next year,
maybe I'm a distance runner, so maybe I might try something new for a change.
Anyway, so they had 80 people last year. They said 8 with Parkinson's, and this year I assume they'll have something similar. But watching the Parkinsons, the folks with Parkinsons, whether they're on tandem or solo bikes, they very inspiring.
Oh, I bet.
A lot of the money actually goes for building out like this infrastructure through the YMCA's and other facilities for to help people live better with Parkinson's. I have a feeling I don't know enough, but I know medical research is very cost intensive. So my guess is a lot of the money we have to do actually looks the harder part. How do you put the bike wheels on the ground and get people rolling out there?
Absolutely. And it's incredible that you're doing this because, say with Parkinson's medications or any type of medications, the pharmaceutical companies have the money to promote their medication, and but in situations like this where it's high intensity exercise and there are clinical trials that show that it works, it's very hard to apply it in the real world because of the lack of funding. So what you're doing, raising awareness and raising money for this cause, is incredible and very inspiring. And I'm so happy that you came on to talk with me because I want to spread the good that you do. And for anybody who follows me on YouTube or on Twitter, I highly encourage you to, if you want to donate to a good cause, I highly encourage you to check out Sean's webpage on the Davis Finney Foundation. The link for his fundraising website is actually going to be in the link description of my YouTube video. So thank you so much, Sean. Are there any last words that you want to say to our audience?
Well, I think, first of all of you get out there and ride. It's wonderful. It's the time of the year for it, and you'll feel great for it.
Buy my bike tomorrow.
You'll take a great brain hack.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anybody who's watching this video who is affected by a neurological movement disorder like essential tremor or Parkinson's disease, maybe visit the Davis Finney Foundation website that has a lot of resources about vigorous exercise and the benefits of it.
That's right.
Awesome.